Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Joe Green. I'm a consulting sales engineer for Trellix, and today I'd like to take you all through a brief Helix demo, with the focus on improving your SOC efficiency and speed. So we had a meeting with you a couple weeks ago and kind of went over some of the challenges that you have, the pain points. And you told us a few things here, and we're going to incorporate that into our demo today. So first off, you told us we've invested a lot of money in our many security tools, but we no longer have the ability to cover them all with the people that we have. So we need a way to be able to monitor our tools without adding more people. So we'll speak to that. You also told us that alerts are taking way too long to remediate. You have some experienced analysts, but they don't have a good way to work with the others. They're not so experienced. So we'll show you how we can help with that as well. And lastly, you told us that we get more alerts than we can handle. A lot of them have very little risk to the organization. So, essentially, you're chasing a lot of alerts, and I'll show you how we can help with that as well. So did we hit all the high points here?
Actually, you did, Joe. Yep, you did.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing the solution.
Excellent. Okay, we'll proceed then. Okay, so what I've done here is break the demo into three little parts here to talk to the different things that you have concerns about. So the first one you told us was that you'd like a way to be able to monitor all your tools in a single pane of glass. So we'll take about 5 minutes and show you that. You also told us that you needed a way for your folks to work together, and so what I'm going to show you here is how to optimize and automate your workflow around your team. And then lastly, you told us that alerts were becoming a problem. Too many alerts, not knowing which ones, were posing a risk to the organization, which were not. So we're going to show you how those we can, kind of pull all those alerts together and rank them as threats as opposed to, single alerts coming from, disparate tools. So we'll tackle the first one first here. How do we bring all your tools into a single pane? And what we're going to show you here is that you can view all your tools' alert data in a single interface. You can customize that interface to display what's useful and not display what isn't useful to you. And we'll also show you that it's relatively easy to integrate any of your tools into this SecOps tool. And so this demo will take about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with what we call our summary dashboard, really this tool is all widget based. You can display what you want to see and not display what you don't want to see. Whatever is important for your organization. So first off, I'll just take you through this dash. Again, you can choose different dashes if you like, but this is sort of our default dashboard. And you can see here on the left, we've got asset-based correlation, where we pull together alerts as they pertain to different assets and different systems that we might want to be watching in the organization. And you can see a risk score there, which would indicate what kind of risk we're seeing based on that particular asset. We also have over here a sort of an overall risk score, and that'll give us a good feel for how we're doing versus the threats that we're seeing. As we scroll down, we can see that we have all of our recent alerts here popping up. Over here on the right, we have a little pie chart that shows us those alerts versus different rules that we have set in our organization, how much of them are being covered in those rules. We also have our case load here, and these are uncontained cases, the ones we haven't really addressed yet. And so we can see those popping up, and you know, we might want to take some action if we see that one's not covered yet. We also can see how many events are flowing through the tool over time. You know, to give us a feel for you know, the kind of load we're seeing here. And then probably most importantly is what security tools do we have, you know, sending alerts to this single SOC tool. And of course, we can bring in our own tools here, you know, EPO, our NX, etc. But you can bring in third-party tools as well, like Aruba here. You know, maybe we have an open source tool like Bro or Zeek sitting on our network. We can pull that in. We can pull in Windows alerts. Essentially, we can pull in anything that makes sense and is important to our organization. So that is the summary dashboard. I'm going to take you quickly over here to show you where you would, you know, maybe if you wanted a different view, you can create it, you know, easily here. It's really just a question of creating queries on you know, the backend database that's sitting behind this. Here's one that was created here for, you know, for purposes of watching specifically the McAfee endpoint security tool here across the organization. And so we can see here that you know, we have certain hosts that are getting hits. Security events, you know, so you might want to see those. They're all here in a pie chart, so we can easily see what is, you know, what's causing the most activity, what's causing the least. We've got different events by type here. We've got different events by process name, etc. You know, and so we can also create you know, different types of charts here. So if we did a bar chart, we can do that as well. Okay, so what does it really take, you know, to set up this tool? So a lot of times these days, you know, tools have cloud-based presence. If it does, it's pretty simple to add, you know, connect it through our APIs. And we have, you know, quite a few that are pre-built here. You can build your own, but as you can see here, we already have, you know, quite a few that have been built. And I think you mentioned to us in the last meeting that that BitGlass was one of the products that you had, and you wanted to potentially be able to cover that. So here we do have BitGlass. You can simply install it from here. There typically is some, you know, some things that you have to do on the BitGlass side, and for many of these we do have, you know, sort of a walkthrough how to, and that'll help save you some time. So pretty simple to do. Definitely very simple if you have the ability to connect through the API. If you have something on-prem, it's really a matter of just adding a virtual machine to the network that will then capture your logs and send them up to Helix. And a little bit of integration work there, but not too terribly much. Okay, so I'm going to go back quickly to our slides. And so what does this mean to you? You know, so we've pulled all your tools into the single pane, and now it helps you to cover all those security tools with the same people that you currently have. We can do some customization of screens, so you see what's important to you, but nothing that isn't important to you. And we saw that it's pretty easy to integrate all your tools into this single SecOps platform.